Let us start our science class. Okay. Student, we use various materials in our day-to-day life for our different needs. We are using different materials nowadays. Now, can you list that materials? Yes, just list out what are the different materials you are using or as we are using in our day-to-day life. Yes. Now, try to differentiate that materials as two groups. That is, first one is the materials getting from nature. One heading, material getting from nature, and list out all the materials what you have listed. Okay, pick and write. In next column, just write down the materials made by man. So, man-made material. Just differentiate like that. Okay? Yes. Now, does this list include air, water, soil and minerals? Whether you have written soil, air, water and mineral? Yes, we include these because that is a material we got from the nature. So, since all these are obtained from nature and they are called as natural resources. Okay, now tell me what is resources? Resources means what? Just find out the answer for this question. Resources. In our lower class we studied about this. Yes. Now, one more thing I will tell you, student. I will tell you some of the resources. Just write down sun, air, water, forest. Okay. Some other I will say medicines, vehicles, paint. Whether what I said they are the what I listed that is the resources or not? Yes, these all are the resources. Now, can you differentiate what I said just now? Just differentiate them as natural resources and man-made resources or as artificial resources. Yes, can you divide into two groups? Yes, sun, air, water, forest, these all are the natural resources. Medicines, vehicles, paint, all those things are the man-made resources. These are the two categories. Next, in the light of the availability of various resources in nature, the natural resources are classified into two categories. We already studied in our lower class. In the light of the availability of the resources in nature, the natural resources are divided into two classification, that is broadly classified into two category. What are they? Yes, they are inexhaustible natural resources and exhaustible natural resources. We studied the difference. Just will recall what is the difference between these two. What is inexhaustible natural resources? These are present in unlimited quantities in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. What it means? Inexhaustible means present in unlimited quantity. It is unlimited quantity, it is present in our nature and are not likely to be exhausted by the human activity. Can you give example for inexhaustible natural resources? Yes, sunlight, air, all those things are the inexhaustible. Refer more and more example and write down in your book. Okay. What about the exhaustible natural resource? Yes, we know that the amount of these resources in nature is limited. The amount of these resource in nature is limited. Limited amount or as quantity of these resources are present in our nature. They can be exhausted by human activity. So, it may be finished off because of the human activity. Can you give the example for these? Forest, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas, all these things are the exhaustible natural resources. Just write down the difference between exhaustible and inexhaustible in your point book, students. Okay. Next, in this chapter, we will study or else learn about some of the exhaustible natural resources like coal and petroleum. Heading of the chapter itself, coal and petroleum. Write down the heading, coal and petroleum. Okay, coal and petroleum. Write down the heading and keep. Yes. Before that, we come to know that what is natural resources and man-made resources. In natural resources, there are two types, that is inexhaustible and exhaustible. I said you to write down the difference, already we discussed. Yes. Examples also we come to know that in exhaustible resource, we come to know there are what is coal, petroleum, natural gas, all those things. So, in today's class, we will study about the inexhaustible natural resource, that is the coal and petroleum. Yes, now we will discuss, students, what is coal and petroleum. We come to know that what is now, that is a natural resource itself, but it is a exhaustible natural resources. Now, from where we are getting these coal and petroleum? Is these were formed from the dead remains of living organism, that we come to know in our lower classes. We are getting coal and petroleum from the dead remains of living organism, that is called as fossils. That is called as fossils. So, it is called as fossil fuel. So, these coal and petroleums we are getting from the fossils. So, it is called as fossil fuels. Fossil fuels. Come to know? Yes. Next, we will discuss about the fossil fuel as coal and petroleum. Only we are discussing about that in this chapter. We are not discussing other inexhaustible natural resources. Okay, only two we are discussing in this chapter. First one we will see coal. Yes. Now tell me, student, what is coal? It is, have you seen coal? How it is? Which is the color of this coal? Yes, it is a black color. See, it is as hard as stone. Like stone, it is very hard. Black color it is, upon that it is very hard, it is like a stone it is. Okay. Now, where the uses of this, do you know where we are using this coal? So, simply we can say to use to cook food. Okay, to cook food. See, earlier it was used in railway engines. Okay, railway engines. Nowadays they are replaced other resources and they are not using much this one. Olden days, earlier they are using for the, they are used for the railway engine. Upon that, thermal power plants to produce the electricity. In different industries they are using as a fuel. This coal they are using as a fuel in different industries. Next, we will see the story of this coal, from where we got this coal for the first time. Okay, we will discuss about the story of this coal. Student, about 300 million years ago, Earth had a dense forest. Okay, Earth had dense forest in the low-lying wetland area. It had a thick, dense forest. Actually, how it is low lying means like this it is, see, in lower part of the earth, see, low lying, here there are thick forest it was, when it is 300 million years back. Okay. After some time, what happened, because of the some natural incident or else disasters, what happened, this area is folded. Like others, see, if it is any natural disaster, this soil will cover. So, finally what happened, this dense forest is covered by soil. So, what happened, where is the plants, where is the trees now, is they are buried under the soil. So, what happened, after after several years ago what happened, next after that what happened, this entire forest is covered by the soil. Next tell me, what about the temperature and pressure over there? Yes, it is high temperature, it has high temperature and pressure. Due to the high temperature and pressure, dead plants got slowly converted to coal. This dead plant will die surely. This dead plant got slowly converted into coal. Now coal means nothing but it is mainly, it contain carbon. Okay, it contain carbon. Next what happened? The slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal. Vegetation means we come to know here, this is a vegetation, forest. The slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called as carbonization. What is that? Carbonization. Now what is carbonization? The slow process of conversion of dead vegetations into coal. Okay, the process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called as carbonization. Since it was formed from the remains of vegetation, coal is also called as fossil fuel. Okay, because of the dead remains of vegetation, it is also called as fossil fuel. Okay, now we will see coal mine, how it is. Coal mine we can see, just to observe the photo student, this is a coal mine, how they are mining this one coal. Okay, next, when coal is heated in air, what happened? Coal burns and produce mainly carbon dioxide. We know that coal means that is a carbon itself. It contains carbon, so carbon it is going to expose to air means it will combines with oxygen and will get mainly carbon dioxide as a product here. Okay, yes. Next, coal is coal is processed in industries to get some useful products. What they are doing? Coal, we come to know that what is coal now? This coal is they processed in the industries to get various products like coke. So list out this one. First one is coke. Now we will see what is this coke. Second one is coal tar. Okay, coal tar. Second one. Third one is coal gas. Okay, coal gas. These three are the main thing we are getting from the coal. The source is coal. From coal we are getting coke, coal tar and coal gas. Next we will see one by one what is coal tar and coke and coal gas. Okay, not in brief, we will see what is that. First one we will take, that is a coke. Coke means it is a tough, porous, upon that black substance it is. How tough it is? Porous it is, black substance. Okay, it is an almost pure form of carbon. So it is a pure form of carbon. Uses we will see where we are using this coke, used in the manufacture of steel and extraction of many metals. Manufacture of steel and extraction of many metals. Next one, that is a uses of this coke. Next we will see what is coal tar. See, coal tar means nothing but it is also a black colored substance, thick liquid it is, black color but it is a liquid, thick liquid it is with a unpleasant smell. It has an unpleasant smell. Do you know what is pleasant and unpleasant smell? We have studied in our lower classes. Next, it is actually what I am saying about the coal tar, it is black, thick liquid it is with unpleasant smell. See, it is a mixture of about 200 substances. It is a mixture of 200 substances we are getting from the coal itself, but it is a mixture of 200 substances. The product obtained from the coal tar are used as a starting materials for the manufacturing of various substances. Upon that, we are using in our day-to-day life, in daily life, everyday life we are using. Upon that, in industry, they have wide varieties of application in the industries, like synthesis of dyes, drugs, explosives, upon that perfumes, plastics, paint, many things. Upon that, many materials, roofing materials, etc. Upon that, the coal tar is used in naphthalene balls. Do you know why we are using these naphthalene balls? Yeah, we are using to kill or repel the moth or else insects, small butterfly or else any insects, cockroach, like that. Okay, we are using naphthalene balls in our cupboard and all. Okay, so that is also a type of coal tar. It is a derivative of coal tar. So these are the uses of this coal tar. Next, last one, which one? Coal gas it is. We will see what is that. Okay, in small, not detailedly we are not studying, we are studying in small. We will glance what is that coal gas. Coal gas is obtained during the processing of coal to get coke. Come to know? Actually, in industry they are preparing the coke. Coke means that is one of the derivative of coal, we come to know. When coal they are going to processing to get the coke, that time we are getting the gas. That gas is a coal gas. Actually, unknowingly we are getting, that is also having some of the importance. That is also having the some of uses in our day-to-day life. So it is called as coal gas. Coal gas is obtained during the processing of coal to get coke. Okay. Next, it is used as a fuel in many industries situated near to the coal processing plant. Many plants we are getting, there are many industries, if you are going to processing this one means there will be a number of methods they are following. There they are using these coal gas as a fuel in many industries situated near the coal processing plant. Okay. Now, one more thing I will say, student, see, you have to refer to more and more uses of this coal gas. One use we have discussed, you have to write and refer more and more uses of this coal gas and keep it in your keep it in your point book. Okay. Now, one more thing, student, for your better understanding I will say, these days, nowadays, bitumen, that is one more thing, bitumen, 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 that is a petroleum product, is used in place of coal tar for melting roads, metalling roads and all. Okay, while preparing the roads and all, they are using this one, that is a bitumen. Okay, that is actually the petroleum product itself, it is used to place the coal tar. Okay, now can you tell me what is the uses of coal gas? What is the uses of coal tar? Upon that, what is the uses of coke? These are three derivatives of water. These are the three derivatives of coal. Okay, in next class we will study about the petroleum. So we will glance what we have studied in today's class. Okay, just we recall about the natural resources and man-made, that is artificial resources. We got the example, we discussed about that. Yes, in natural resources there are two categories, that is inexhaustible and exhaustible. We know that what is the difference between these two. We study the examples also. Now, inexhaustible resources, there are the different examples like petroleum, all those things, coal and all. In that, only two examples we are going to study in this chapter. Okay, that is the heading of the chapter is coal and petroleum. Yes. After that, we come to know that coal and petroleum. Coal is a type of fossil fuel. See, we are getting from the fossil. After studying, after explaining the story of this coal, we come to know that this coal is we got from the vegetative, or that is or else fossil fuel, as a fossil. So it is a fossil fuel. Next, there are three types of Coal is processed in the industry to get some useful products as such as coke, coal tar and coal gas. Now what is coke? What is the color of that? It is a hard like a stone, it is black color. Uses we have studied in thermal power plants, upon that in railway engines, many things in industries and all. After that about the coal tar. What is that coal tar? Coal tar is a black itself, but it is a liquid state. It is in thick liquid it is. Upon that unpleasant smell it has. It has a unpleasant smell. Next it is a mixture of 200 substances. So it is not a simple coal it is, there is a mixture of some 200 more than 100 is a 200 substances. So finally we study the uses of these coal tar. Yes, after that we come to know that what is a coal gas actually. Coal gas means nothing but what is obtained during the processing of coal to get coke. That time we are getting the gas, that is a coal gas. Okay, where it is using in industries situated near to the coal processing plants. Okay, now write down the questions, students. Today's questions. First question, distinguish between inexhaustible and exhaustible natural resources. Okay. Second question, what is fossil fuel? Yes. What are the three derivatives of coal? One more question, distinguish between natural resources and man-made or else artificial resources. One more question, write down the uses of coal gas, comma, coke, comma, coal tar. Okay, thank you students.